What is cracking, y'all? This is Jackson Tolbert, the man behind Busy Fit Blueprint. And today we're going to be talking about how to improve your mobility, the no stretching edition. Before I get into it, guys, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Really appreciate your love and support. Without further ado, let's just get right into it. So, you guys will know this if you've been tuning into my short form content on my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and my YouTube shorts. But I'm going to still give you guys a lay of the land anyway. So, long story short, the reason you lack mobility, let's clear something up. Mobility is far more important than flexibility. Unless you just, for whatever reason, just want to increase your flexibility, flexibility means nothing without strength. That's the difference between flexibility and mobility. Flexibility is just your range of motion passively. Mobility is your range of motion actively. That means, and this is why I say mobility is more important, especially in my experience, whether you're an athlete or just an everyday human. But if you're a human, you're kind of an athlete. I'll get into that later. Either this video or next video. Anyway, your mobility is essential. The reason that your mobility is important is because it enables you to access ranges of motion that give you the freedom to move how you want to and to be able to hold those positions freely, moving in and out of them freely. So, the reason most of you lack mobility is because not because your muscles are just tight or because you haven't stretched. The reason you don't have mobility, that you're lacking it in some areas, maybe a lot of areas, maybe one or two areas, is because your nervous system is intentionally restricting you because it feels unsafe. Guys, a simple way to do this or to practice this mobility training, it's really not, but we can call it that, is to pick a stretch, any stretch, whether that's bending down, touching your toes, your quads, I don't know, pulling one of these, whatever. All you're going to do is go where you can. Stop where you can't go any further or where you feel like it's beginning to get tight. Take full 3 inhales and exhales, aiming to completely expand your rib cage with oxygen and then release all that oxygen on the exhale. Do that 3 times. Stand up. Try again. I guarantee you that your range of motion just improved. So, guys, just carry this into your daily training and your mobility. And training becomes mobility training. Now, strength and mobility become one in the same session. Here's why stretching is only a temporary fix, or more so a band aid for the issue. Take my shirt, for example. If I pull on it and keep it stretched like this for long enough, let's say 30 minutes to an hour, it's going to lose its elasticity. So the more that I tug and pull on it, I'm just going to stretch it out and it's going to lose its ability to recoil, to store energy, and return back to shape to where it holds a perfect amount of balanced tension. This is why stretching is not a good pre activation warm up before your sport or before your workout. What I do instead, I take my 3 training principles: awareness, breath, and intention. I simply devote 5 minutes to just focusing purely on the areas of my body, scanning what's happening in my jaw, what's happening in my traps, what's happening in my shoulders, what's happening in my lower core, what's happening in my hamstrings, my quads, my hips. I just do a full body scan. Next, I just implement some breaths, just some full inhales and exhales. Sometimes I like to use these in a basic movement like a bear crawl or an isometric, or I just sit or stand and I just breathe and I just focus on breathing deeply into my entire rib cage, filling my entire torso up with air, not just my chest, not just my belly. Chest, belly, sides, back, my entire cavity, my entire torso filled up with air. You feel like, and you want to feel that pressure build up. That's where stability comes from. I do those 2 things to start so that my system understands that it's safe for itself to move. Just in short, awareness is important because when your brain's map of your body is lacking in certain locations, it's going to shut off or disconnect from those areas, which means it's going to lock them down, ergo tightness. When you implement your breath, A lot of us are stuck in oxidative stress, meaning that our bodies are not actively able to pull oxygen into our tissues how they need it. Or how, reset. A lot of us are stuck in oxidative stress, and our bodies, which essentially is our bodies, are not pulling in oxygen to our tissues. When our tissues are not getting enough oxygen, that's when things start to lock down. Your nervous system starts to panic, and it's like you're in a little state, a subtle state of a constant alert. And that is okay, like I said in my last video, if it's only temporary or in extreme moments of danger. But you don't want to carry out through your life like that. And that's going to carry over into your training. You don't want your body to be locked down. You want to be able to move freely so that you can access ranges to build strength in. Lastly is intention. Like I said, I take a movement, a bear crawl, a squat, a plank, whatever it is. And all I do is I just take those first two principles. I scan, I breathe, and I become intentional about every detail of the movement. Am I protracting my shoulders? What are my knees doing? Am I straining through my back? These things are important. Where's the weight falling on my foot? And I lock into those details. And guys, this is a blueprint of how I just got myself out of pain in a matter of weeks. It did not take months. It didn't take years. And I'm giving you guys this information because it's what I wish I knew back then. And the most important thing I wish I knew is that the fix wouldn't take 3 months. And I'm not pushing an overnight success story, but I am pushing efficiency when you know how to work smarter, not just harder. So, guys, with that, I'm going to end it here. Just remember that when it comes to your mobility training, guys, don't push your body or don't force your body into ranges that you wish you had. Your body will naturally open up when you learn to address those underlying layers to your awareness, breath, and intention. And when you allow those layers to come to fruition and you're able to interact with them properly, mobility becomes a byproduct. So, thank you guys for tuning in today. I'm glad I was able to help you guys to the best of my ability. I hope this helped you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and Jesus is King, and I hope you have a great day.